Good morning, students. I am Vaishali Hazare. This year, I am going to teach you History and Civics. Standard 7, Subject History and Civics. This is a book of 7th Standard History and Civics. This book is designed in such a way that you will understand the subject clearly and you will get motivated by the work done by our ancestors. Students, you will understand the position, role and contribution of Maharashtra in the history of India. Students, you will understand what our ancestors have done for the nation. The textbook has been designed by focusing upon the place and role of Maharashtra in the making of India. The foundation of Swaraj by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj in the 17th century is very important. When you study this textbook, we expect that you will develop an awareness of being a citizen of India and also a sense of duty. Lesson number 1, Sources of History. We studied ancient Indian history last year. This year, we are going to study the middle period of Indian history. This period from 9th century CE till the end of the 18th century CE. In this lesson, we are going to study the sources of history. What is history? History gives us a chronological, scientific and systematic account of past events. What is history? History gives us a chronological, scientific and systematic account of past events. 4 pillars or factors of history. 4 factors are very important from the viewpoint of history. These 4 factors are also called 4 pillars of history. Without these factors, we can't write history. They are individual, society, place and time. History must be based on authentic evidence or proofs. These are known as sources of history. History must be based on authentic evidence or proofs. These are known as sources of history. We have to consider many factors related to the historical events that we want to study. It is necessary to support our study with historical sources. These sources have to be verified. We have to see whether they are authentic. It is necessary to use these sources after critical analysis. These sources are classified into material sources, written sources and oral sources. Now, material sources. Material sources include forts, monuments, buildings, coins, inscriptions, cave sculptures, copper plates. Now, forts. Forts have an important place among material sources. Some major types of forts are hill forts, forest forts, sea forts and forts on the plains. Here the picture of forts. Now monuments. Monuments include samadhis, graves, virgala. See here picture of virgala and samadhis. Here picture of graves. Now buildings. Buildings include palaces, ministerial mansions, queen's quarters, houses of common people. This is a picture of building. Looking at forts, monuments and buildings, we come to know about development of architecture, economic conditions, quality of art, style of building construction, people's standard of living in that particular period. Now, coins. The coins made by different rulers using metals like gold, silver, copper are important sources of history. From these coins, we learn about the rulers, governors, religious ideas, personal details. From images of Ram Sita on the coins of Emperor Ashoka, from images of Shiva Parvati on the coins of Hyder Ali, we see the religious coordination of those days. Peshwa used Arabic and Persian language on the coins. We get information about language in that period. Now, sculpture. Sculpture, it is a design carving on a stone. Now, inscription. An inscription is a carving on a stone or a wall, etc. For example, inscription found in the Brihadeshwar temple in Tanjavur. Many inscriptions of the period of Chalukya, Rashtrakuta, Chola and Yadav king have been found. This is a picture of stone inscriptions. Inscriptions provide us information about individual, society, place, time, language, script, social, political and economic life of the past period. So, inscription is considered to be an authentic sources of history. Now, copper plate. Inscriptions carved on sheets of copper are known as copper plates. For example, royal edicts and verdicts. This is a picture of copper plate. Now, do you know? Chaityas, viharas, temples, church, mosque, agyaris, dargah, muqabbaras, gurudwaras, monuments, sculptures, wells, minarets, village boundaries and gates, weapons, ornaments, cloths, decorative articles, toys, musical instruments are all material sources of history. Today, we have learned about material sources. In that, we learn forts, monuments, buildings, coins and inscriptions. Students, note down hard words in your notebook, read lesson, and today we stop here. Thank you, students.